This is not the
Yes.
worst. At least it's not that worse. It's not that, you know.
Not that bad. Yes.
Yeah, it was not that bad. That day was bad. Today, okay lah. Like,
Yeah.
today is like
Or like,
maybe...
or maybe sometimes, when you're comparing, in a way comparing, you're like, some she had it worse. Your case is still
Yes.
considerably fine and well.
I should be grateful. Yeah.
She
Yeah.
got scolded by boss earlier
I knew
this
you were gonna
month.
say this.
Yes. So your case, he was just being sarcastic to you, so it's okay, all right?
Yeah, it's
She got
fine.
scolded
She
that
got
she was being
scolded,
chased out
okay?
of the
In
room.
front of everybody.
Yes, and she was told to leave the room immediately. So yours, a sarcastic remark, it's okay.
Yeah.
That is toxic gratitude, right?
Small matter. Welcome to So Like. I like, you like.
So light.
Hello everyone.
Hi.
This is your host Kelyn and
Noel here. Hello. So this is our weekly podcast where we share our reflections on cultivating a soulful and meaningful way to connect with ourselves and others. So this week we are going to talk about somewhat like a hot topic, gaslighting along that line.
we are
So
continuing the trend of hotness.
yes, hotness. Woohoo. So the hot topic for this week is toxic gratitude.
Wait,
Toxic gratitude. Mm.
So I just now had a bit of a tongue twister moment. Because when Noel talk about toxic gratitude, I thought of another topic, which is also very hot. It's
Yes.
called toxic positivity.
You did it.
Yeah, I did it. Oh my gosh. It took me like 4 tries to get it right just now, right? I was like, why is it so hard? Why am I like,
Toxic
tongue is
positivity.
yeah, toxic positivity. Okay, but
Yeah,
this
you
is
say that.
another topic. We are talking about toxic gratitude.
Toxic gratitude. Yes.
Yeah, it's a total different thing. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Maybe
take
we
it
can
away.
talk about the toxic positivity in another episode. We
Yeah,
can continue
definitely.
the toxins.
All right.
Okay,
Okay.
so this week's episode is actually from one of our best friends, or I would say our good friends lah. Yeah, so she's always like somewhat a sideline person who gives us ideas. So
Sideline producer.
yes, something like that. You know who you are, so thank
Yeah.
you. So yeah, she was the one who suggested that we can talk about this toxic gratitude. So ta-da! Today we decided to use this idea. Yeah. So actually when we talk about just this title, toxic gratitude, what comes to mind? Especially as a life coach, what comes to mind?
Okay, the word toxic in
Mm,
front of anything would
mm,
would, would mean that it's a over of something too good. Like for example,
over something to good.
yeah, like toxic productivity. It means that you're using productivity so much that it's over, and
Okay.
therefore it become counterproductive or counterintuitive to
Okay.
continue that line of doing things, right? So when you talk about toxic gratitude without understanding the context of it, it's also the first time I'm hearing about this term, right? The first thing that came to mind, when gratitude is like taken too seriously, or you're using gratitude for every single thing in your life, that it becomes counter gratitude.
Okay.
It doesn't serve its purpose, it's not intended, and then somewhere along the line it seems a bit like, you're forcing it on somebody else, that kind of feeling. So am I on the right track?
I guess so, because when I was doing my research, right, and also pondering about it, especially in preparation for today's episode, right?
Yeah.
I guess I have to admit that I do have, or probably being guilty that I have this somewhat like a toxic gratitude. So for me, right, whenever, in Chinese we have this word 知足. Yeah,
知足.
so 知足 in English will be something like to
Being
appreciate,
contented.
contented, to appreciate what you have. So by being appreciative is also linked to being to show gratitude, right? When you appreciate something. Yeah. So I guess that's my way of, this like my reflex, whenever something bad happen, then there is always it's okay, at least I still have something. Or it's okay, at least I did not do this, so this happened, so it's still okay. I tend to, I don't know whether I didn't, before knowing this toxic gratitude, I didn't realize that I was doing that. Okay, in my mind, I was just thinking that it's just another form of being optimistic, another form of as what you say, counter react. That means when something bad happens, of course you don't want to be like dwelling into it, and then you make yourself so stressful. So what is the next best thing? That is, if you you miss the bus and then you're going to be late home, well, at least it didn't rain. Okay, example, at least it didn't rain. So if it's raining and you'll be caught in the jam, because bad weather will be heavy traffic, right? So in a way, I always have this kind of reflexes whenever something bad happens, be it upon myself, or someone is just sharing about their day, or it's happening to someone else, and then they're just telling me about it. So I always have this like, well, at least you don't have to well, at least you had this
Yeah.
It seems like,
It's sometimes it's like you are trying to see the silver lining, right?
yes,
But at the same time, you also like cover like
sort
the
of.
badness, like you like just like, okay, just like like, don't see this, like go
Don't see it this way. See it from
the
another
way,
view.
the
Yes, another point of
perspective.
view. Yes, correct.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I find it's not uncommon. I do see myself in certain situations. I do have that as well. Or sometimes I feel that others impose it on me. Like previously when I was working as a nurse, and it was a very common question to ask, like a mother, right, who is working, right? Hey, then who's taking care of your kids? During like coffee time or having lunchtime, your colleagues who
Like a small
just
talk.
who just got to know you. Hey, so I heard you got 2 kids. So who's taking care of your kids? The first thing I'll answer is, oh yeah, my mother-in-law is helping me to take care. Oh, that's so nice. You're so blessed. You should be so grateful that you have a mother-in-law to take care of your kids for you. That I'm like, okay, yeah. Then you cannot say no. Like, but at the same time, you also don't want to tell them everything that is happening in the house.
Yeah.
Like, of course, there's the pro and cons of having your mother-in-law take care of your kids. I leave it to your imagination, right? Right. So I wouldn't say I don't feel grateful. I feel grateful, but at the same time, I also don't need another reminder that I need to be grateful that my mother-in-law is taking care of my kids. Although it's, if you take it out of context and then you put it on yourself, you'll be like, I should be grateful. My mother-in-law is taking care of my kids.
And you can, especially kids, right? Such a, sometimes you can't really trust a third party to take care of it. So of course the best is to have your own kin, your next kin, to take care of them. So of course this will be a very heavy burden on you, especially you're working. You don't want to be worried about your kids. What if they mishandle your kids? What if they abuse your kids? The list goes on, and then the worries goes on, and then how are you supposed to focus on your work, right? So I guess that's, in a way, you'll be grateful that someone is taking a big portion out of your life and your daily routine, so that you can focus on your job. Yes.
Definitely. But at the same time, you can also do it on yourself, which is like, I should be grateful, I have a good career, this, that, this. I shouldn't be like, like looking at somebody else grass and then thinking that it's like so green and so bright. And,
Yes.
yeah. All right. So like toxic gratitude, like how does it come about in your life now that you're talking about it?
So I mean, of course, being being a friend who always, I'm always the listening ear. So as what I mentioned just now, my reflex would be, yeah, it's okay. At least you have your, let's just say you have your boyfriend to be with you. So at least your boyfriend is going for appointments with you. No, and you
Yeah.
also have me. I'm always here to listen to your story. So or like uh oh, I forgot to bring something. Then I again automatic. Oh, you forgot to bring this. It's okay. At least I have it. Or maybe I don't have it. Another person has it. Like, oh, our other friend has it. So it's okay. You don't have to worry about it. So I guess it's, I don't know. mm, we probably have to identify, it's like a very thin line, optimistic
Yes.
and toxic gratitude. So when do you have to be, when does a comment, a remark, uh a statement of gratitude is a statement of gratitude or toxic gratitude?
I think the defining point is very obvious sometimes. It's just whether we
Mm.
continue to lie to ourselves.
But actually, does it have to sit comfortably with yourself for it to be toxic or non-toxic?
I find that the moment it doesn't sit very well with yourself, be it comfortable, like, the
Or
moment it is out.
avoiding the reality?
Yes, right. The
Uh-huh.
moment you start to doubt that there's that little bit of like, this doesn't sound very truthful, but I'm going to do it anyway. Like, oh, this doesn't sound very consoling, but I'm going to
Okay.
say it to you
Just
anyway.
yeah. Just take
Yeah.
it.
Like, it's already a form of toxic gratitude. I find,
Okay.
in my own
Oh.
opinion, right?
Mm-mm-mm.
Because why would you doubt something that you feel genuinely grateful for?
Mm-mm-mm.
Right?
True.
So like when we do this type of gratitude practice, for example, for a self gratitude journal, like today I'm
Mm.
grateful for having, um, like maybe the air conditioner in my
Mm.
house because it's very warm these days.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
I'm really feeling it because I feel the heat. I
yes.
feel that I'm so grateful you exist. You know,
That someone
you know,
invented this aircon.
yeah. And I decided to put it in my living room. That's the main thing because I've survived 30 years without it in living room. So to me, I feel really grateful,
Mm.
right? That I have
Mm.
a air conditioner working
Okay.
in my living room, right?
Okay.
It goes into a bit of toxic when you are like trying to find things to be grateful for, but you don't really, you're like, meh. Like, didn't really make a very big impact on my life right now.
Okay,
Right or
okay.
not? Like, oh, I'm so grateful for water. Like, yeah,
I know we are going towards the eco-friendly and the sustainability. I know
well,
sometimes, yeah, sometimes, but yeah.
right? Or like, oh,
Yes,
I'm so grateful for my computer. I'm like, meh. I mean, for us to do a podcast, I'm
yes, yes,
grateful
yes,
that we have this technology to do this
yes,
remotely,
yes.
and then to have
At
the
the
good
comfort of
connection
our house,
with
yes.
aircon.
Yeah, yeah.
I cannot get away with this. It's so hot these days. so, so to me, that's
Okay.
really gratitude, right? But the computer on other days is a bit. I mean, unless your work is like mine, where it's mostly online and you are doing a lot of things online, then
Yes.
yes, having a computer really does help a lot as compared to
Mm,
doing it on your phone or doing it on any other devices, right? So like when I'm trying to pick things to write on my gratitude list and I can't list
Okay.
down 10 things,
Uh-huh.
usually the last 5 or 6 is like,
But you don't have to go through the 10 things if there aren't any genuine 10 items for the day, right?
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
I know,
Yeah.
I
So
know.
instead of writing for the sake of writing, yeah. For me, I'm actually grateful whenever I have, like, even though I use a coffee machine, but sometimes because I don't know, for some reason, either the temperature is too hot or too cold or just I really don't know, okay? But sometimes when the coffee turns out really good, like really
Oh,
just like this is what my taste buds are living for, that kind of moment, right? Yeah, I will really sit there and I actually close my eyes, I'll just drink the coffee, and when it really hits the spot, I really just close my eyes and like, that's okay, that's how
open
much
your
I
eyes
love
and high
coffee.
five me.
Yes, that's how much I love coffee. So for
Yes.
me, that would be me showing genuine
Now you made me crave
gratitude.
coffee lah.
Okay, we'll make some after this. Yeah.
No, tomorrow. I can't sleep later.
Um,
But
so
yes, like
so
the
yeah.
genuine gratitude, there is no
All right.
dark inside, right? There is no
Yes.
like maybe not, right? There is
Like
no,
this, I'm thankful for the coffee. I have the machine, but today's coffee is not on point. But I should still be thankful for the coffee.
yeah, like you should be grateful that you can make coffee at home, that kind of thing,
Yeah, yeah.
right? In your
That you have
comforts
a
of your
coffee
house.
machine. Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I
But
guess that's the
yeah,
like
so
you can hear
then,
your own voice, right? It's like this inner
mm,
voice. The way you the way you describe it, the way you think about it, the way
mm,
you present it, even to yourself, not just to others when you're sharing
yeah.
about it, right? I guess it just gives away whether is it genuine or is it toxic.
I find I find it's not really a issue sometimes when we are like thinking in our own brain.
Mm,
But sometimes when we are expressing or we are communicating with others and it's
mm,
so obvious, right? Sometimes it's like just mad, but we like say for the sake of
yeah.
saying like, oh, I'm so grateful we have aircon in our office. I'm like,
No, no, okay,
really?
great. This one really everyone will be grateful because
Yeah,
it's
very, very
really
grateful. And then what else can you think about?
mm,
I'm so grateful for the ice machine.
I love ice, so I
Oh.
will always be grateful for ice because I love ice beverages. So
Yeah, okay. So we are talking about wrong things.
we are
Okay,
heading towards
okay,
the
just go
genuine.
through go towards like career, for example,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So previously when I was a nurse, a lot
Mm,
of patients or even my family members,
mm.
they will feel like, oh wow, you're doing such a noble job. You must be very
Oh.
grateful. Like you must be very grateful that you can do what you love and at the same time help others, right? Then
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
be like, yeah, like just to stop the conversation, I'll just, yeah, of course, yeah, I know, right? I know, I'm so blessed, right? But at the back of my brain, like,
I
no,
see the halo, halo,
hey,
halo. I see the
no,
halo,
no halo here.
halo,
in in
hello.
in a sense, at the beginning, maybe, yeah, I'll feel very, very proud,
Uh-huh.
that I'm a nurse. But
Okay.
after a while, like, no, talk to the hand, man, because I mean, they didn't know what it cost. So sometimes I find
Mm,
if the thing that you are gratitude for, it's costing you something else.
mm, mm,
And that cost is quite impactful,
mm.
right? So
Yes.
be it like in a career, the cost might be emotional, like,
Mm.
biohazard or emotional hazard or
Uh,
any other type of working hazard,
mm.
right?
Yep.
So when I was working at the GB clinic, like I said, I mentioned in the last episode, the working hazard is you are constantly in contact with anybody who has infectious disease. You cannot stop that. You can wear a mask, you can protect yourself, you can wear
Correct.
full PPE every day, but that's
Yes.
not practical, right?
Yes.
So that's the working hazard. So the cause, sometimes if it's greater than the gratitude, showing that, well, at least I have a job. Like, nah.
Like, I guess, okay, maybe put it in context that since COVID just happened, so in your case, maybe some will be feeling like, yeah, at least I still have a job, because during COVID, a lot of people are retrenched, are left
Yes.
stranded, are left with
Yeah.
financial difficulties,
Yeah.
full of debts. Yeah, so at least I have a job, even though it's very tiring and I'm exposed to, like what you say, the biohazards of this, that I may get infected by this COVID. I mean, back when COVID just started, then everyone was still in this mysterious
Like you don't know what
pandemic.
is it. You don't
Correct.
know
Yeah.
what is it. Yeah,
So
you
I
don't even have
guess,
statistics. Yeah.
yeah, correct. You don't even know what
Yeah.
is this virus about. Yeah. So I guess maybe you can put it in that context that yeah, people might be thinking, at least I have a job, so I can feed my family, I can feed myself,
Yeah.
I can still live on, unlike people who were left hopeless and jobless
Yeah, I
and
think
just let loose. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
and speaking of that, right, you are also
Mm.
putting it into an environment kind of context. So for
Mm.
example, in COVID everybody is in survival mode, right?
Yes,
Because
correct.
everybody's just trying to get by, right?
Yes.
Nobody's traveling anywhere, right? Nobody
Mm.
can go for luxury or vacation or that kind of thing.
Yes.
So in survival mode, then you will look at things in a more okay. I will look at it as a way of silver lining thinking. Like I will
Mm.
just think of the more positive things. So therefore, this gratitude towards having a job, towards still providing for my family, still have a roof over my head, that
Mm.
seems more how do I say?
Um
It seems
seems,
more upfront
I
and more
think,
important at the moment.
yeah, correct. Because
Yeah.
that is your priority.
Yeah,
Getting
because
getting
survival.
a, yes, correct. Having a job and being able to fend for your family is your top priority at that very moment, right?
Yes.
So would
Yeah.
that be, but I guess if let's just say you are not really enjoying the job at that very moment, would that still be a toxic gratitude? Because I
Yeah.
mean, no doubt the environment, but because you're already unhappy about the the job that you're in. So would
Yeah.
that
So
still be considered as toxic?
okay, so then it comes back to priority as the same thing, right?
Mm,
So in that same environment, same context, I'm a nurse, I have a job, right?
mm,
I'm providing for my family, I have a roof
mm,
over my head,
mm,
right? Everybody's in survival mode,
mm.
right? Yeah, I still have a job, you know? So if my priority is my happiness, right,
Yes.
over the monetary gains,
Mm,
right? So maybe monetary wise, I'm very good. Like I sustainable. I can live without the job for 6 months,
mm.
right? You have your contingency fund and everything settled up,
Yep.
right? So if that's the case, then my priority is happiness over monetary gains. Then
Mm,
yes,
mm,
then being grateful for something that I don't really feel grateful for, it would seem more likely a toxic gratitude. So
mm.
this comes back full circle back to
Yeah, actually,
okay,
it's all
before
linked. Yeah.
COVID, like 2019, 2018, I was practicing toxic gratitude without knowing it.
Mm,
Right now that you're talking about it in this context,
mm.
it really recalls a lot of memories. I was, trying to, at first, 2018, I was trying to see the silver lining,
Yes.
right? Because I rejoined uh, the,
A
the,
bigger corporation,
yeah, I
healthcare
rejoined a
corporation,
bigger, yeah, I
healthcare
rejoined a bigger,
corporation.
yeah,
Yeah.
correct. So it's a corporation, so therefore they have the hierarchy. So I'm
Mm,
back to fresh grad pay. I'm back
Okay.
to fresh grad level.
Okay.
Right? So the past 5 years of my working is non-existent
Oh
because I was
dear.
in the private sector. Yeah. So that's how the nursing industry is in Singapore, but I don't know
Okay.
about now, right?
Okay.
Since I've left. So
Yeah.
so being put at that level and to start everything back again, I was
From
trying
fresh,
to tell
yeah.
myself, like, at least you have a job. At least you're providing for a family. At least you have a house. At least this, at least that. Like what you mentioned just now, like at least this, at least that. Everything is
Correct.
at least.
Yeah.
But yes, then does it make you happy? It doesn't. It doesn't make me happy at all. Every day reminding myself I'm grateful for a job. I know deep down I'm lying to myself. I know deep down something is not fulfilled, right? There's this something else I want,
Yes.
right? It's just I have no understanding of this thing that I want,
Okay.
right? But at the same time, I know I'm not happy here. So there is that two, like, there's a bridge that I
Like
need
what
to
to do,
cross.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a bridge I need to cross, right?
Yes.
Which is what we're gonna talk about, like to overcome the toxic gratitude that we are
Yes.
talking about, which is, right, it just ties so well to my experience. Yeah, because I'm not saying that nursing is not a fulfilling job. It's just that at that
Of course,
moment
it's
it was not.
individual, as what we say.
Yeah,
Individual and priority,
yeah,
right?
it
These
was
2
not
points.
fulfilling my priority and my happiness at that point. So, yeah, I find like even the first point we are referring to this article by this psychological page. We will link it in the podcast description so that you guys can have a read of it yourself. We are just
Yes.
referring to it as a guideline and just
Yes.
sharing our experience,
And
right?
yes, that's how we got inspired as well.
Yes.
Yes.
So the first point that they mentioned here is to treat your emotions like GPS. Like I mentioned, was I happy? No.
That means you have to
Yeah.
locate yourself. What is your mood? What is your direction? What is your location, direction, mood, priorities? Yeah, it's really a GPS.
Yeah. It's your internal GPS. So your emotions are valid. I've always been told. Like ever since I know about coaching, I know about, all these psychologies and stuff. All our emotions are trying to tell us something. It's just which one do we listen to, right? Sometimes
Yes.
you might be tempted by certain things like having fun or splurging or stuff like that. These are also emotions like excitement,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
You might mistaken it as, oh, I liked it, I really want it.
Correct.
Okay, or it could be genuine emotions where you feel, okay, I'm really very unfulfilled here. What's going on, right? When it comes back to 2018, 2019, when I was thinking about career switching, doing something else totally different, right?
Yes.
So if I followed, which I did, I did follow my emotions, right? Like
Yes.
the the old saying like don't follow your feelings. Sometimes feelings are just like so
Feelings are just
impulsive.
feelings.
Yeah, feelings are just
Feelings.
feelings, like but actually I felt unhappy, unfulfilled, and no matter how I think of it in a gratitude form, hoping that I will try to
Reason
change my
out. Yeah.
or change my perspective of who I am, where I am, how I am, it doesn't work, right? Because the environment is not giving you what you need.
Yes.
So then my emotions point me to something that I would be happy about. So then the question to ask yourself, then how would I be happy? Where would I be happy? Right? So
Yes.
happy is one word. Another word you can think about is or the feeling of stress. for example.
The
If you're
opposite.
feeling so stressed, you're feeling so fearful or anxious about your work or your day-to-day life, then in what environment, in what circumstances would this emotion be lessened?
Okay,
Right?
okay,
Yeah, so there's a reverse for those who are more avoidant. Is the stress, how do you lessen your stress? For those who are more towards, how do you increase your happiness? Or increase the feeling of joy, belonging, satisfaction, fulfillment, right?
Yes.
So these are the few emotion questions you can ask yourself. Yeah, when you find that you're a bit meh on the gratitude. Meh. I think that's our generation slang, right? And then the second one is
Yes.
to link it back using your emotions as a GPS, right? The second one is to find your destination, which is to visualize the better
Yes,
outcome.
because you know where is the location, where you're located at, then you look forward to your destination.
Yes. That now
Okay.
you know how you can get happier, less
Uh-huh.
stress.
Uh-huh.
Let's go and visualize the better outcome to get there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so sometimes,
Everyone loves to daydream, actually.
yeah, sometimes we just need to let go of the adulting mind
The
and then,
reality.
yeah, and just go back into our child mind and start to daydream, like
Yeah.
in a
Just to
place where
live for the moment.
everything, yeah, in a
Yes.
place where everything is just imaginary and all possible outcomes can happen
Yes.
to you.
Yes.
What would be the better outcome? We're not talking about best, we're talking
Yes.
about better outcome,
Mm.
right? So with that in mind, it's easier for your brain and yourself to create the bridge,
Mm.
right?
Yes, that's true.
Right, not?
Makes sense.
Right?
Yes.
So this is where I want to go. This is where I am. So I'm
Yes.
trying to create the
The
bridge.
bridge to get
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
Mm.
So 2018, I was still here. I'm looking at this, but I don't know how to go there.
Yes.
Then 2019, I was creating the bridge. So that's how you start to figure out things. And, take your own time. All these things come to like different people differently. It took me,
Yeah, of
what,
course.
1.5 years?
Oh,
Yeah, it took
but
me one and a
that's
half
quite
year.
fast already. Yeah.
Yeah, you see? Noel
Mm.
to Noel, that's fast. To me, that's slow.
Oh.
Yeah. To me, it's very slow because like a lot of things has already happened. Like
Oh,
on the
okay, true.
online world, yeah, things that I wanted to do already been done. So to me, it's like, oh, I'm one step behind, the kind of thing. Okay, never mind.
Okay,
Let's
yes.
go on, right?
Yes.
So sometimes when we talk about toxic gratitude, like what I've been saying, are you lying to yourself?
That is the greatest lie because it's toxic. So you keep
Yeah.
trying to find a silver lining. Actually, it's a silver lying.
So point three is telling you, is it silver lining
Or
or
silver
silver
lying.
lying? Alright. It's about being honest with yourself and
Yes.
about what your gut feeling, your instinct is really trying to tell you.
Correct. I guess
Right?
we all have it actually. We have this gut feeling. If not, I don't think anyone would come up with this word gut feeling.
Yeah, I don't know why gut. Why not
Right?
heart feeling?
Yeah.
Why not head feeling?
Then that will be your mind.
Why not arm feeling?
Arm feeling. That'd be arm wrestling.
Okay. you
We're
always
digressing.
sidetrack. So basically what it says is that sometimes we humans, we tend to have a bit of a negative bias. It's already proven in psychology, right? Anything got to do with almost 50 to 60%. Like if you give two plates, right, of food to a person. They say, oh, this is 50% done. Like, the
Okay.
plate looks complete 50%. This plate
Okay.
is 60%. Usually you
Okay.
will just tend to choose the more negative one as more, how do I say, the less constructive, even though it's just 10% less as the negative. Because you have the
Okay.
negative bias. Your brain is constantly looking out for problems,
Oh, okay. You mean
traps,
that.
loopholes, things that will hurt me, the kind of thing. So
Okay.
even it's just 10% less, right?
Okay.
I would say that plate is bad food. Like this plate is good food. Although it's just
Okay.
10% more, right?
Okay.
So sometimes even though our gut and everything is trying to tell us all this, it's good to have a track record. Like
Okay.
really like write down in a journal or in somewhere, you know, today is happy day, take happy. Today is not so happy day, take unhappy. Right?
Okay. Okay.
So that to counter the negative bias and also to understand why you had gut feeling on certain days, like on certain days that you are unhappy.
Is
How
it
come?
something happen at work or your
Ah,
social gathering, or
ah,
what is it? Like, are you able to pinpoint? Are you able to identify it, and then you can jot it down, and then
yeah,
it will become like a collection,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
that's where if let's just say you have like 5 out of 10 of it, then 50% of the time you're triggered by this. Am I right to say that this is the
Something
example?
like that. Or
Okay,
like
okay, okay.
50% of the time you are unhappy.
Because
Yeah,
of this particular um matter, this particular
yeah,
something that happened. Yeah, okay, okay.
yeah. And
Okay.
if you don't track, okay, they have done studies that you just take one bad criticism
Mm,
to counter three good compliments in
actually
a
that's
day.
true. Because
Yeah,
again,
for a
back to the
person.
point that we are always biased towards the negativity. So
Yeah,
no
your
matter how
brain
many
will
compliments you
just,
receive,
yeah,
this person say I'm ugly today.
this person noticed my freckles today. Oh no. Like your brain will repeat that more than the three
mm,
compliments of,
mm.
hey, you look bright. Hey, you look
Oh,
pretty in this dress. Hey, you
you
look,
good idea during the meeting.
yeah.
Ah.
Hello, my freckles. Negative bias, right? Right. So now moving on to the fourth point.
Okay.
Sometimes, when it's enough, it is enough.
Enough is enough. Full stop.
Enough, yeah. Don't need to add on reason like, oh, why is it not enough? Why am I not at my limit
But
yet?
I'm
Why
already I'm already showing gratitude towards it already. So why should I not show gratitude?
why
Why
is the
should I not be
gratitude not enough?
grateful? Yes. Why should I not be grateful for it?
So like it's actually to put an end to certain things that you will no longer tolerate. Right.
Mm.
In fourth point, it says sets a date where you will walk away or you will
Mm.
stop doing what is not serving you.
I'm walking away
Yeah, I
from
knew
the
it.
troubles in my life. I'm walking away, and I will find a better day.
Yeah.
And then the next song will be I'm walking in sunshine. Hey.
Yeah. We really hope that that's the ending, right? Like in most situations. I find I find there is always that never mind, I'll think about it another day. Never mind lah.
Mm.
It's just today is a bad day. It's
Is that
just today.
considered procrastinating?
It's also
A form?
procrastinating. It's
Mm.
also like the fear of unknown.
Mm. Into
Yeah.
the unknown.
I knew
Okay,
it. Oh my god, this.
okay,
I was
yes.
trying to find. Do you hear my pause? I was trying to find another word. Uncertainty. See, into the
There's no answers.
unwon.
Into the uncertainty. That was quite a mouthful.
Yeah, I know, right? So sometimes when this toxic gratitude overwhelm you, right? You
Clouds
might
your
be caught
thoughts.
in the never mind, like it's just today.
Mm,
Nah, it's just another bad day. It's okay. Like
mm.
it just it's just another bad day.
Just tide over and tide over
Yeah.
continuously. Yeah.
Or sometimes we like to lie to ourselves, like, this is not the worst.
Yeah, actually.
Right, right.
I
This is
tend to
not the
do that.
worst I
I
ever.
tend to do
Yeah.
that.
This is not the
Yes.
worst. At least it's not that worse. It's not that, you know.
Not that bad. Yes.
Yeah, it was not that bad. That day was bad. Today, okay lah. Like
Yeah.
today is like
Or like
maybe
or maybe sometimes when you're comparing, in a way comparing, you're like, some she had it worse. Your case is still
yes.
considerably fine and well.
I
So
should be grateful.
so
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
got scolded by boss earlier
I knew
this
you were gonna
month.
say this.
Yes. So your case, he was just being sarcastic to you, so it's okay, all right?
Yeah, it's
She got
fine.
scolded
She
that
got
she was being
scolded,
chased out
okay?
of the
In
room.
front of everybody.
Yes, and she was told to leave the room immediately. So yours, a sarcastic remark, it's okay. That is
Yeah,
toxic
it's
gratitude, right?
a small matter, you know. So yeah. So set a date or
Mm.
set a boundary or set a
Mm.
no tolerance level. Meaning
Tolerance bar, date, um,
boundary.
boundary. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes the boundary can be something that people already crossed and you just don't
Mm.
want them to cross it again.
Yes.
Right? So for certain people it'd be, personal attack, verbal
Mm.
attack.
Yes.
In nursing we do see a lot, like
Mm.
some nurses really cannot tolerate the
Mm.
verbal abuse of
Yeah.
patients or even
Mm.
co-workers. So yeah, you have to set the boundary that okay, one more time
Then
in
that's
this
it.
month I'm gonna receive this, and if my superior or my side co-workers doesn't do anything to defend or help make this a better
Or improve the situation.
or improve the situation or make it known that that's not how we want to be treated, I'm
Mm.
out of here.
Mm.
And
Bye,
sometimes
bye,
it's
bye, bye, bye.
yeah, it's got nothing to there's nothing wrong with the environment. It's just that
Yes.
it's it's not suitable for you.
Mm.
And it's
Yes.
fine. It's fine to be the odd one out. It's fine to say no, I don't tolerate that.
Mm.
Right? In my life, I do not tolerate that. Right?
Mm.
And it's fine if other people like, why can't you just tolerate it? I'm fine. Like,
Mm.
another toxic gratitude imposed on you is this way. It's like,
Correct.
why? Why can't you just like in Chinese 看开一点? Like
Yeah.
it's just a patient's remark. Like it's
Yeah,
nothing,
correct. I
right?
have
Like if
tolerated it for 40 years.
yeah, you imagine like a senior staff nurse were to come over and tell you,
I
or
have
like some
tolerated it for
senior
40
senior.
years. So it's
Yeah, this is
okay.
nothing.
It's a
Yeah.
day in, day out
Yeah,
matter.
you small girl, come, I talk to you. You know?
Yeah, that
Like,
kind of.
we
Yeah,
tend to
correct.
have this type of conversation. Come, I tell you. You just 1 year in, 1 year out. Right?
Correct.
Okay, continue, go work. You know?
Yeah, correct. That's true. It
Yeah.
happens. It
You should be
happens.
grateful they didn't throw anything at you.
Ah,
Like, toxic
or
gratitude.
they should be grateful that they didn't use the fork and then stab your hands.
Yeah, I should be grateful they didn't have any scissors on hand.
Ah, yes. So
Imagine.
I guess, yeah, that's another form of toxic gratitude.
Yeah, but this like reverse is imposed on you. So you
Mm,
do need to set the boundary like, okay,
mm,
I'm not gonna tolerate this any longer, and I
mm,
I don't feel that is the right thing to do,
mm,
right? So it's okay to go.
mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
your
true.
personal choice. You have to protect yourself and love yourself. Because
Mm,
nobody is gonna love you more than you love yourself. We
yes.
always tell you that.
Yes.
And now we are
Of
to the
course.
fifth point,
Yes. What is the fifth point?
which is my favorite point
That
in all my
is.
coaching sessions.
Mm.
I will always tell you to come up with a
Affirmation
action plan.
or action plan? Okay, okay. I was thinking like affirmation. Okay, okay. Action plan.
Affirmation is
Okay.
also one good thing that you can do to hype yourself up.
Mm.
But taking an action plan. So if you already built the bridge,
Mm.
right, from
Yes.
number 1 to
Yes.
number 4, you're almost there already. Just need the
Mm-hmm.
action plan to land,
Mm.
right? So
Mm.
sometimes without any concrete plan, right, the the jump might look like so overwhelming. Like
Looks very
it's like
scary.
wow,
Yeah, correct.
like I'm gonna take a very big leap of faith here,
Mm. Mm. Mm.
right?
Mm.
But the moment you lay out, hey, okay, so after this,
Mm.
like I'm not gonna resign straight away. I'm gonna find a new career, a new
Mm.
industry, or a new place, or maybe I'm gonna take some training while I'm
Mm.
still full-time employed to go
Mm.
and learn about this new industry, and I'm gonna see and step my toes in and see whether do I like the
Mm.
environment. I can maybe do it as a volunteer job.
Mm. Mm.
That's action plan. So these are the few
Mm.
steps that I'm gonna take
Mm. Mm.
before I give my letter or to give my notice or to really
Mm.
walk. So with an action plan, you walk instead of jump.
Jumping. Yes.
Yeah. So sometimes having that concrete plan does help with the anxiety, the
Ah.
fearful, the
And the what
what
ifs.
if.
Because we have 6.
This is where
Our
our
yes,
type
our
6
6
come in
just
to
came
help you. Right? We help you to preempt already. Why are you gonna what if? Why are you gonna what if? Come.
What if it doesn't work? What if I don't like the new environment?
What
I thought that
if?
I thought that I would like it, but when I enter and
Oh.
I realized I don't like it.
Or what
All
if
the
the new
what if.
environment is the same as this environment?
Yeah, then what's the point of resigning when so it's like I already built my whole empire on it. And then because I'm unhappy and then I
It's
leave
fine.
and then I
You
build
build a
something from
bridge.
scratch. I have to start from scratch. And then actually I find that I don't like it.
Well, good news
Then
is you built the bridge.
cricket sound.
Yeah, I mean, good news is you built the bridge, but you
Mm.
didn't burn the bridge,
Mm.
right? So you still
Mm.
can walk back.
Will you hire me again?
No, you don't have to go back to the same place. I mean, most of the time, nobody want to go back to the
Yeah,
same place.
true.
That they really unwillingly stay
Yes.
and finally left. I feel you. I feel you. Okay, so you can walk back, but
Mm.
maybe find another place. Same industry, another place.
Yes, yeah, probably
Somewhere
yes.
with better environment. Now that you know what you don't like, now that you know
Mm.
what kind of daily tasks, daily duties,
Mm.
responsibilities you don't
Mm.
like to handle,
Mm.
or what are the areas that you want to explore in
Mm.
the old industry,
Mm.
right? So
Yes.
what if you find someone that
Mm.
does suit you, does
Mm.
fulfill all these ticks on this side?
Mm.
It's not a loose situation.
It's not a losing end. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're walking away and you're walking back. Baby, come back. Hey, now I start. Hey.
You are very, very deeply, deeply, deeply influenced by me already.
Yes.
We're coming.
You
Oh
can't
yeah,
win there, you join them.
yes. And anyway, Soul Lighters, did y'all know that it's coming to our anniversary very soon?
Yes.
Did y'all
Aren't you
realize?
excited?
Yeah.
Aren't you
And
excited?
it's been a year, yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Almost
it's
a year.
almost. And we have a special episode for our anniversary. So stay tuned.
Yes.
It's in August.
Yes.
and it's coming out soon. Damn fast. Like I'm having sweaty palms talking about it.
Okay. So I
So
guess
I hope that this helps to give you guys a light into the gratitude or toxic gratitude world.
yes, because it is so light.
I was thinking you might do something similar.
Yes, of course, we have to input some marketing tools in here to our soul lighters and to new listeners.
Yes, so you feel soulful and light.
Yes, of course.
And I hope you guys had a very great week, and a great week moving forward, right? If you guys have any similar experience like me, so enthusiastic you want to share with us too, DM us at Soul Light Podcast on Instagram. Right, and we'll be happy to hear your stories, or if you want to share, you want us to share your story on our episode as well, feel free to just send it our way. Yeah.
Or you have any topics or what that you would like us to share, of course, yes, feel free to join in our bubble of inspirations. Yes.
the soul light bubble of inspiration.
Yes.
The ha.
We are giving you the visuals already.
You're thinking what I'm thinking, right?
Yes. Okay. So we shall see you guys next week.
Yep.
And remember to stay soulful and light. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.